1990. And this charity was set up to help people in India, to help in the villages. It was a time in India of huge poverty, huge poverty. So I would go and help my mom and, help the charity. And I always saw the children there and things. And I just had this kind of feeling in me that, one day I want to adopt, like this is my thing. And then it stayed with me through the years, but I didn't necessarily think about it that much. And then when it came to not being able to birth a child, Jay and I spoke and I said, how about going down the adoption process? What does this look like for us? Is this something for us? And he was also very, very excited by it and thinking, yes, we want a family. And we weren't necessarily looking for mini me's, if that makes sense. We were more looking for the nurturing aspect and wanting to nurture children, a child. So we did go down the adoption process, and that was very, very difficult and very tough. We went into it with different eyes, different life, and then we came out on the other end with our eyes open to another world. I always say we were very naive. We were very naive going into it, and it opened us up. It made us realize a lot of hard truths and hard facts around living in a life or in a country, I should say, where you are not the dominant type or race. So I'm of Indian heritage, as is my husband. And it was a really, really difficult process because it opened us up to realizing how deep these biases are. And that's why I say we were naive, because yes, they were there before that as well. But I guess we were put into a situation where it opened us up to that, which was extremely difficult. And also the whole process was, oh my goodness. And, I say that the whole process was hard and difficult. And also I realized that it needs to be as well. There needs to be a good system in place so that the people who are putting themselves forward to be parents of children will be the very best that they can be as well. So I understand around the process. And I never shied away from that. And we were there for all of the interviews and the training and, bringing our whole selves into everything and really wanting this as much for the child as for us. We're yes, we want to be the best that we can possibly be. But that, I feel it was more the system, that more kind of the deep-seated
bias.
The bias, the way of the system, which really broke us. I mean, that's the only word I can use. It broke us. It was so taxing on our marriage. Sometimes I wonder how we are still together, and it really, really broke us. And it took a lot of rebuilding, a lot of healing and rebuilding. Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that with us. I know that that's going to really make a lot of our listeners realize that they see the similarities, because I saw a lot of similarities as I listened to you. I heard a lot of similarities. I think I was probably on that same medication you were talking about, because that medication put me into, I always tell people I had two menopauses. I had a natural one, and I'm probably still in it, to be honest. And then I had what I call the man-made one. And the man-made one was that medication. And I'm telling you,